So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And already we're underway here. Now this man, Yaya Toure, Jim, midfielders don't come much more complete and dominant than him, do they?
Well, the envy of so many opposition teams, I would guess. No one offers the complete package like he does. The perfect blend of power, of pace. And it's no exaggeration to say that he's one of the greatest box-to-box players around.
A real handful by any measurement.
Totally.
And it's Sneijder. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Mateus! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter. And while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Chiellini. Quarter of an hour played. Messi. And the pass is intercepted. Goes for a shot! It's in! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter. But you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Chelsea are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, good take in a good area. Big chance! Just cruising. They are cruising. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of incision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Chelsea find a position of real strength now.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Chelsea have hit a quick-fire double here. Kimmich. And Jorginho. It's a good spell of possession, this. Iniesta will not want to lose. Takes a shot!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
And it's Iniesta. Now this could be... There's the shot! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And here's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Kimmich. Iniesta. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Haaland looks to get on the end of this.
2 added minutes has been in.
Now it's Mbappe. It's fallen! It's there! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Chelsea head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead. And we're back on the way. Oh, the movement is slick. The Stuta! Oh, it's fallen loose again. It's in. And they are pulling clear here. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Chelsea grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. Chiellini.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And the through ball. And Batistuta! Saka up towards the front line. Stood up well to him there. Nicely shaped ball. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He's on it. Can he get away? Pinches it off him. Schneider. Mateus does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And this is Batistuta. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Yaya Toure. Now it's Haaland. He's found a way through. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Lovely bit of skill. Saliba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Mbappe. And the ball is out of play. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 16, Rodri, substitution.
Saka. And it's Salah. Knocks it into space. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Schneider charging forward, the ball at his feet. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that will be it. Chelsea just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And already we're underway here. David Seaman, clearly one of the finest English goalkeepers of modern times.
Well, Peter, if you're part of the defence in front of him, the lines of communication are fully open. He has a big say in redirecting traffic away from his box.
And his career went on and on and on.
Listen, the best tend to stay around.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Looking for the run. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shoots! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, what a... Alonso! Well, now it's a... And one more try! Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Mateus. Jorginho. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Chelsea still without a single shot on target. Beckenbauer. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Forlan. And he's onside. Schneider. Jorginho. And now the breakaway. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now that is tidy, really tidy. And that's a dangerous ball. Vinicius Junior. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Messi. Iniesta. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And he's got backward here. He's having a hit! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Hakimi. Mbappe. He's got away. Pings it across. Mbappe! Mbappe gets flagged offside. Rudiger. Now Saliba. And it's Chiellini. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Now it's Batistuta. And this is Messi. Can he get it through? And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Hakimi. Now Mbappe. Chiellini wins the duel this time. Iniesta. Schneider. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And this is Messi. There's the whistle for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. So neither side has yet broken through. Shot a goal! Loose ball now. Oh, he's been caught now, and he's following up!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper is very relieved.
Goes for a shot! He's scored!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game. But that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Hakimi made a search from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Oh, they can break here. That ball looks a good one. He's in space and looking for options. He's having a shot! And it's in! And that takes him up to 30. 30 goals for this side. The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Yeah, well, the opposition had plenty of warning here, Peter. Look at how quick they were going the other way. Exactly what you need when you're playing on the counter-attack.
Chelsea are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Mateus, Jorginho, and Mateus. Batistuta, cleared without hesitation. Played in the terrific header, and it's there! And they're tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Devoid of any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
A case now of complete control.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And that's gone loose. Costa Curta. Vinicius Junior. Nicely weighted ball. Forlan finds himself offside.
Substitution.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
And it's Xabi Alonso. Batistuta looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made the decision to get tighter.
Caceres spots it and intercepts. Jorginho. The final 5 minutes. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
4 added minutes.
Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah! Oh, the keeper's equal to it. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. This is a side which is purring, picture perfect, a win they will relish, having pulverized. So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Indonesia have opted for a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack. With many shaky defences about, Getting the right partnership in that department can pay rich dividends as long as there's a good early supply. So playing two strikers can be a real help to this team. I mean, 4-4-2 these days, Peter, gets a lot of criticism, but it's unfair. Any system can work if you've got the right players.
Can he get it through? And the through ball. Oh, he's burst through. He's one chance. There it is.
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. So just one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. Kimmich is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Iniesta. Now it's Messi. Messi! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Seedorf. Now Mbappe. And now the breakaway. Aimed beyond the defence. Bale. Decent chance! He scored! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Iniesta going face-to-face with his great rival. And Batistuta! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Chelsea with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Schneider plays it short, and it's Kimmich. Real chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Rudiger. Messi. And it's Iniesta. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Neymar. That's Thiago Silva. Van Dijk. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And Neymar. Short changes him with that pass. Messi. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, we expected better, and so did he.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Iniesta.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And the half-time whistle goes. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Jorginho. He's going for goal. Decent hit and on target. Iniesta. Chiellini. Messi. Rodri. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Chiellini. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, he needed subduing, and it was never going to be soft and gentle, so this could get ugly against him here.
And it's Jorginho. And he's looking to catch him up. To Chiellini. And it's Iniesta. Pinches it off him. Iniesta really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Messi. He's gone for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Substitution.
Chelsea do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now it's Bale. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Messi.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Just too much on that. Pass somewhat off target. It's a good-looking delivery.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And he's let fly.
Substitution in progress.
Corner number 2 then. Messi with the short one.
Halo Azhara.
That's the throw.
Substitutions taking place.
Saka. And this is Mohamed Salah. And the shot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Chelsea take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Oh, he's got full. Caught offside that time.
Indonesia really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 20.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And we're done. Chelsea pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Batistuta claiming. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Well, real real chance! In towards the back, he rises! What a wonderful goal! Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. An act of charity gratefully received. Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness. I doubt very much that this was in the script. And it's Iniesta. And this is Batistuta. Now it's Mbappe. Messi. And he skips past his man. Plays a sharp little ball here. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Mbappe goes on a charge down the left. Now it's Raul. Messi. And the finish! Mateus. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet. Oh, cracking ball. And Messi! He scored! They are right back in business. Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection. And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game. This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. And here's Batistuta. Knocks it into space. Rijkaard. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. No, that's been intercepted. Chiellini. Iniesta. Schneider's cross. Rijkaard attempts a clearance. Raul puts his foot on the gas. He's picked his way through. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Mateus. Couldn't squeeze it through. Now it's Mbappe. Rudiger is the guilty party there. Oh, that's a fine interception. Chiellini. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. Conte. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And this is Raul. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, your views on the first half? Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. And it's Messi. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Iniesta. Jorginho is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Oh, shooting chance! Portugal look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not...
Batistuta! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
And that is expertly dealt with. Danger averted for now. Chiellini. Iniesta. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is chance! Off the post! Beckham. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Bastoni. Rijkaard. Oh, that is a nice touch.
Substitution in progress.
Jorginho. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. That's good running with the ball. Threads one in. Rijkaard.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Saka gets into a good position. And a chance!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 13. Raul.
Corner number 2 then.
On the field is number 20. Erling
Jorginho plays it short. Skims one in. And it's Jorginho. Aimed beyond the defence. He's had a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Bayer trying to keep this in. Bastoni clears. Mohamed Salah. Now, can they get him away?
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Haaland. Neuer breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Now it's Lewandowski. That is good alertness. And time is up. Decent game of football that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, neither side could...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
Pedri. Now it's Raul. And here's the chance to counter. Hazard going face to face with his great rival.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Just eases him off the ball. And this is Messi. No, he's not getting past him there. Well read, nice interception. Bellingham.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Messi takes a shot! They've scored!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball and they're in.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Schneider will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Real chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Schneider actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And here's Batistuta. Saliba with the clearance. Iniesta. Jorginho is always scanning the pitch for targets. It's a quick ball upfield.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is Batistuta! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Mateus cuts it out. Pass somewhat off target. He's in plenty of space here. Well timed, excellent interception. And this is Schneider.
That's going in strongly.
And it's Messi. Well, referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And we are back underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Kimmich did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Hazard. Looking for a corner. They've played it short. Now this could be a chance. And it's right. Oh, it rattles the bar. It's a goal. And this is getting better and better. Raul duly reaps his reward. Kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Chelsea are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Rijkaard.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Hakimi. It's a good run down the right. Oh, he's found support out wide. He has found the way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Jorginho. And it's Messi.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Number 23, Iniesta. Number 3, Chiellini. Coming on the field, number 11, Mohamed Salah.
It's Salah! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Rijkaard. Good running, strong and purposeful, and he's managed to get free. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
And this is Batistuta! Oh, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Messi. That is good alertness. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, such Mohamed Salah! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
It's a good effort, and you can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now.
Messi. Can he get it through? Mohamed Salah.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. And no, he's seen through all of that. Well, that has not gone well. Rijkaard. So that's it. It is all